And then I push that button, and it should be working now. Yay! And then we can hit new game, and then we could do absolutely nothing to his costume, and then sit through 70 hours of cutscenes. Yay! Cutscenes. Also, this is going to be 450p instead of 720. Because 720 is apparently far too demanding. For whatever reason, I guess, I don't know. Graphics card is seizuring when I put it at 720. Not exactly sure.
What? Those monsters are in my father's room? Father!
Oh no! Dramatic leap through window. I wonder... Oh no, I did actually. I've actually lost this fight. I was gonna say, I wonder what happens if you lose this fight, but it just ends the game, and you have to restart. It's a losable fight. Good to know. And this is a character we won't see for an eternity. I gotta remember the controls because I'm garbage at remembering controls. I should just, quite frankly, do this. There we go. Hold the button. And then cheap shot everything. Best way to do game. It's also the cheapest way to do game. I believe you can... Whoa, camera. I believe you can just do this for both of the characters you get, which is an incredibly broken sign of a game, but whatever. Or you could just fight normally, which is slightly less boring. It also takes more endurance on your weapon to fight normally, which makes absolutely no sense, but whatever. There you go. Yay! Victory. Dramatic face door opening. We'll also not see him for a while. Dramatic face. Not the best animations ever. It is a PS2 game though. So you gotta cut it some slack.
Dear Mother.
Oh, I forgot to sit through this crap.
I'm doing fine. So much has happened that I don't know where to start. Well, I guess it's easiest to start at the beginning. It all began that night. Right, that night of the storm.
I wonder if he put this bit in his letter. That would make for a very good letter. An entire page of it was just that. Also, the dude with the floppy hat, that's his friend. We'll see him at the end of the prologue, actually. Or the start of chapter 1, I can't remember which one. I think it's the end of the prologue, which is what we're at, if you haven't figured out how that works. Which I'm not sure how you got to this video if you don't know how that works, but whatever.
Oh, I'm soaked.
I should have changed his hat. I like the maintenance hat better.
Pretty early today, huh?
It's because it's raining.
Yes, but take a look at this.
This medallion. Oh.
Ta-da! Check this out.
I was more interested in the medallion.
I got a ticket for Flotsam Circus Troupe.
Oh, good for you. Your dad's not gonna try to stop you?
He said I could go.
Yay!
Well, you'd better finish your work quick then, huh?
Right.
Hey, Max, what's that you got there?
And Craig's back,
What's
yay.
this?
Let's see, medallion.
Father gave it to me yesterday.
I was more interested in it too.
It's pretty old. I don't know what it is.
It's a medallion, you doofus.
Well, can I get started?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I think the old man knows what the medallion is.
Below. Go to it, lad.
Leave it to me.
He's actually a pretty big character. I think he's there with you for essentially the entire game. Except for most of the prologue, which makes basically no sense. But this is our job. Little vacuum thing. I think I need that repair tool. Blarg. The beginning of this is incredibly slow. And don't forget to pick that up. So there's gonna be like 8 million hours of cutscenes before I get to do anything remotely gameplay related. And we got a wrench. Yay, which we will later use to beat people over the head. As you do with wrenches, for whatever reason. and there's nothing else to do, so just fix it. I don't think you can actually leave this place.
Okay, here we go.
I think the game stops you.
This
Whoa,
is the
loud
handbar
click.
Type 2 here. This is a pretty specialized hose attachment.
My god, look at that hose attachment.
Oh, I see the problem.
Is it the hose attachment? How are you fixing it like that, man? That makes no sense.
Well, is everybody ready? Let's have a stupendous show tonight! Let's make this a night of wonder! All right, all. Let's get to work!
That tent usually murders my frame rate, so I'm not entirely sure why it's not currently murdering my frame rate, but maybe I've done something amazing during the tweaking I did yesterday. But usually it murders the frame rate. In fact, it probably will once we actually walk over to it. It's, for whatever reason, like one of the most intensive parts of the game is that stupid tent.
It's about to start.
I think maybe there's something inside of the tent that the game is hiding that's killing the emulator or something. I'm not really sure.
He's gone?
The old man escaped. Chase him. Chain him back up to his chair. I'll explain the small details that make this game much more fun than it first appears once we actually get to them, like the invention and the weapon system and stuff. Because they're quite deep. And I will be trying, I'll be trying to get most of the pictures that you can get, which are used for inventions, which I basically just explained the whole process now. I'll try and get all those. There's undoubtedly going to be some that I'm going to miss. Yep, there goes the frame rate. I told you this tent, for whatever reason, this tent just murders my frame rate. My controls are all sorts of backwards. Hold on. Thought I fixed you before we started controls. So up does that, right does that. Maybe I have just confused the living crap out of myself with the controls. What if I just leave them normal? Is that more normal for me? There goes the frame rate again. But to give, or to use items, you have to run up to the object. In this case, this guy wants a ticket. It tells you right there. That's a creepy voice. But you just push square, or in my case, X, because I'm using a 360 controller. And you can pick from your inventory. In this case, again, we need the ticket. So give him the ticket. I was right next to him, but whatever, game.
There you go.
You can walk from the distance.
Hey!
Thief!
My ticket!
Ticket thief! Murder him!
Oh, I can't believe it! Of all the...
I'm actually curious if we have to talk to everybody. I'm going to anyway, but I'm curious if you have to talk to everybody. The cutscene triggers with, next to that balloon stand over there, there's like a little girl, and it'll trigger the cutscene. Craig's getting all super defensive. I'm going to talk to everyone anyway, just for the sake of talking to everybody. That was basically a giant waste of time, so mayhaps I shouldn't talk to everybody.
Did you see a little red-headed kid come this way?
There's only 3 of these people that you talk to that actually trigger something.
He headed towards City Hall.
Okay. I like how they don't tell you what City Hall is. I guess you're assuming that's City Hall, which is a good guess. Hello. Yes, something is wrong. A small child stole my freaking ticket. Apparently you don't care. Whatever. Also, something interesting. I don't actually know if this triggers for everyone. We're about to find out. But if you try to talk to someone from behind them, this pops up. Which I suppose it is kind of rude to talk to someone from behind, but there you go. You have to actually stand in front of them.
Boy run by?
With a ticket.
Oh, yes. Just now.
Did he go into City Hall?
I'm certain I saw him heading that way.
That's not City Hall. Okay. Let's actually see if it triggers for everybody. I don't know if it does. No, it doesn't, just for the old lady.
Go to City Hall.
Okay. She apparently has to go to City Hall.
Sorry, but I have to go to City Hall.
What's up, Ventic? If you were to look at this lady here with her lovely umbrella, you wouldn't suspect that she has to go to City Hall. But it turns out she does. Thank you, Vintic. Sir admin of whatever the crap that site is, and I can't remember. Anyway. I think there's only 2 more people to talk to, or maybe just... No, yeah, the lady who says something about the moon is over here. There's the girl who triggers the cutscene. May as well talk to the lady. Hello. You can really see the moon from here. Hey, you can see the moon from, like, everywhere. It's the freaking moon. There it is. That's actually a bad spot. I think over here is better. Oop. That's a bit better. Although, freaking someone put a giant balloon in the way of my view of the moon. Anyway, there's actually 2. I think that's 2 moons. It could be another planet back there, or something. Or a Legend of Zelda-style asteroid zooming in on us. Maybe that's where Majora's Mask took place. Majora's Mask is up there on this planet's moon, and that's that planet's moon crashing into it in Majora's Mask. That's how that works. There you go. Let's talk to this creepy girl standing over here. Hello. To trigger a creepy cutscene.
Hey, did you see a red-haired boy?
No.
Me? No, sorry.
See? Got this memorized. A moon's moon, yes. Moons can have moons, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Moonception. What's freaking Metal Gear Solid up in here? Exclamation mark. I should put that sound in. Just take the Metal Gear Solid sound and put it there. Bloop. Oops.
Hand over the ticket.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see the circus. Just once.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't have stolen a
Really wanna
ticket,
see the circus, huh?
you thief.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do it again.
All right. Here you go.
What are you doing, you fool?
Huh?
Come on,
Who
it's yours.
who gets something stolen from them and then gives it back to the thief?
I'll go see you next time.
Wow, thanks. Really?
You're a cool guy.
Oh, now it's about to start.
Okay, see ya.
Cool guy Max here, giving all this stuff away. You fool! What have you done? I know, a reward for stealing. Creepy guy. Oh, creepy, astonished face.
What? You passed. You might be able to do it. Hurry. The first door is waiting for you.
Does it sound like Kingdom Hearts? Doors are opening and stuff.
What is going on?
I actually don't know what that means, the first door is waiting for you. Cause, what door is he talking about? Does this game have doors? Well, that's a stupid question. Of course it has doors. There's doors on the buildings. You know what I mean. Doors that lead into the evil abyss that is Kingdom Hearts. We need to give the ticket again, because the thief stole our ticket and then gave it back after we gave it back to the thief. Thank you, creepy voice clown. If you are a young child that does not like clowns, you probably don't want to watch this. Also, the very first part of this cutscene is very bad frame rate. Sorry about that. It's due to the massive amount of people. There's not really much I can do about that. Hello, Carno. Not seen you before.
Hey, this is no good. I can't see anything.
Slow motion voice acting. My god. There it goes. I've tried to fix that several times, but I can't get it to do any better than that. I don't know. I could probably make the resolution it's running at even lower, but I don't think you'd be able to tell they were people if I made it run even lower. Also, this circus has the proest elephant you'll ever see, so be prepared for pro elephant as pro scene. That guy's arms are bigger than his legs. There's the elephant. Pro elephant is pro, so prepare yourself. Hooray! Elephant. Hooray! Random person walks on. I'm not sure what she's there for. She doesn't do anything. Like whispers in its ear, and then look at its eyes, man. And it's an evil elephant. You can't tell me that elephant's not evil. Pro elephant. Look on. Elephant's so pro they gave it a slow motion scene. Look at that. Pro elephant. To be honest, you know, there's the fact that the elephant did a flip. That could have been the entire stunt. Or maybe they should have had the elephant doing this part. I don't think that would have worked very well. Oh yeah, I forgot she does that. She does a little flip there. Whoop-de-doo. Also, the elephant vanished. I'm not sure if you were aware of that, but it wasn't. Didn't get there that fast.
You're certainly looking well.
Look at his twinkly eyes.
Well, if it isn't my favorite roasted chestnuts.
Yes, roasted chestnuts.
Thought of everything. Huh?
You figure out why the auto scroll keeps breaking on the chat.
Oh, this is good. Indeed, this town's chestnuts are the best.
Roasted chestnuts, yeah. Also, slowest walking ever. Although I guess he technically should have been trying to be sneaky. I'm not entirely sure.
Is that the mayor?
No, it's a dude. Just a random dude there.
So, have you found it?
Maybe.
Not yet. You see... Now, Mayor, are you really trying hard enough? You know what happens if you don't find the stone, don't you?
You die. From the evil clown with a cane.
Find it, please. I need more time. Ah, well, what can you do? But remember, this chance is your last.
This clown is
Are you
evil.
sure that the stone is in this town? Oh, yes. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. The stone is in this town.
I go, he actually sniffs. I never noticed that. He's actually sniffing.
The mine inside out looking for it. We couldn't find a trace.
Also, that voice acting. Yarr.
Oh, sweet Mayor, we've been through this. I've told you before, I don't tolerate excuses!
Yep, brother of Joker. It's the fat variety of Joker.
But the people in this town really are living the sweet life, huh? Not knowing anything of the outside world, they're lost in their carefree lives. With such a pack of ninnies, no wonder they can't find a single stone.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
You can't tell anyone about the outside. There'd be a panic.
Not the outside.
Then no one would be able to look for your
It's full of
stone.
cactuses and creepers. Creeper cactuses.
Oh, Mayor Pooh. We'll keep it our little secret.
You can't tell me that clown's not evil, just from this one scene. Pack of ninnies, yes. Whoop. Good job, Max, you idiot.
Darn.
Darn.
Who are you?
My name's Max.
Max?
See?
Run, hurry.
Max. I like how he starts panting before he runs.
Wake up, fools. Did you see it? The red stone around that bush.
Creepy clowns.
We found it at last.
I like how they just drift into the camera view.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get him!
These clowns know how to moonwalk. Crowns. The crowns know how to walk at all. And more cutscenes. Whee! I told you it was slow at the beginning. I'm glad they wait for me to get up and then jump across. Also, none of them made that jump. Just like to point that out. Evil clown. How do they see? They don't have eye holes. holes in the mask things they're wearing, if you understand. Look at it. Seriously, how do they see? These clowns are very bad at what they're supposed to be doing. I don't think they're trained for it. Although why they would have knives if they're not trained for it, I'm not entirely sure. Quick, climb the pole. That's your first thought, isn't it? Also, pro climbing. Look at him, man. Look at the speed and precision he's got. Some serious balance he's got there. Look at him, he's running on that. You don't see people at circuses running across those. They're the stuntmen that deliberately miss their eyes, too. They may as well be. Whoa, Nelly. I love the facial expressions they have in this game. They're all so dramatic for everything. Quick, start bragging. There you go. Yeah, best stuntman ever. I broke a chandelier and killed some people, but it's cool. Time to use our wrench to beat people over the head. Yeah. Alright. Just like the first part, except these guys are actually way weaker and they jump backwards, which is incredibly irritating. But beyond that, they don't really do anything. I did a backflip on accident. You can also kick people when they're on the ground, which is the best addition ever. Come along. Get closer, please. Closer. We're just gonna do... There we go. Kick him while he's down. There we go. I don't know the point of that. It's actually slower than just attacking him, which makes it kind of redundant. But whatever. No applause. Hooray! Wrench turned into battle wrench. Because you've now used it in battle, therefore making it a battle wrench.
Guess this will have to do.
Because that's how that works. And a la every other time I do this, there's going to be noise now. Yay! I don't know how I managed to do this, like every single time. Some sort of magic that I'm operating with here. And giant clown robot, which, again, for whatever reason, has to hold a flashlight in its hand. That is the worst robot ever. Who designs a robot that has to hold a flashlight? A giant flashlight, nonetheless. They made a giant flashlight so the robot could hold it. Because why not? That is probably one of the most overused freaking audio clips in the game, is the grunting and the panting. As you may be able to find out already. He's a very vocal character. He's also pretty pro at leaping across rooftops and climbing things. They should stick the clown on him, he can do backflips and stuff. Or she or it, I don't remember. I think it's a she, actually. Not the clown, the elephant. Did I say clown? I meant elephant, if I did. Fisticuffs, quick. Fist a wrench. Fist a wrench. There's not actually very many times when the game does that, like, slow motion thing. But whatever. Hello.
Oh, what now? Hand over the pendant, boy! Hand it over now, and I'll let you leave here alive.
It probably will, Craig, actually. The first episode, I'm just gonna do all of the intro cutscenes. Huh? And then the second one will be the start of, whatchamacallit?
What's it gonna be?
You can't give it
Chapter
to him.
1.
It's too important.
Listen to the random kid who stole your ticket.
No!
No, I won't.
Well, if it's going to be that way, then die!
Okay, let me get right on that for you. You think it'd be capable of getting around some way other than jumping? but, you know, whatever. It literally just jumped. There it goes. It's running now. Hooray!
Oh, nowhere to run now, boy.
Is he standing on his head? No, he's still on his hand.
You idiot! He's behind you! Quickly, after him!
Like he calls the robot an idiot. Is it a sentient robot?
This way.
And there's the kid with the floppy hat. Hey, there's a flower on his floppy hat. And dramatic music fades to let you know you are no longer being followed. Metal Gear Solid
I was so
style.
scared then, but in a way it was really fun.
Way to not line up the subtitles with the audio there, game.
I mean, every boring day had been just the same for me. But this was the beginning of a real adventure.
My god. We just now got to the name of the game. After like an hour. I haven't been doing that long, have we? I don't actually know, have we? And cutscenes. This is actually an unskippable cutscene as well. The rest of them you can skip. I don't know why you can't skip this one, but whatever. And of course they put freaking vocal music on it, which is just a splendid way to do things. It is a good song though. Luckily, they don't actually do the full credits at the start here. They only do partial credits, so it's not like a 30-minute credit scene before you can play the game. I think what you're looking for, Craig, is a shooter game for heavy metal songs. And yeah, this is a spoiler-filled freaking intro scene. Nothing I can do about that. I could cut it out in the post-production or whatever, but... Pretty much, Craig. Every person in Japan worked on this game. Luckily though, this is basically the end of it, so it's not, you know, crazy long. I wish it wasn't full of spoilers, as every RPG ever likes to do with their freaking intros. It's not quite as spoiler-filled as, like when you idle on the start menu. It'll show you a different one, which is way more spoilery. Tokyo has 7 times more people than Finland. What?
Yeah.
What company made this game? I cannot remember the name of it. Sorry.
You saved me, Donnie.
I should, given how many times I've played it, but you know.
What happened out there?
All of the noise ever.
Flotsam Circus troupe.
Why are they after you?
Because I have a fancy ruby that's millions of dollars on my chest.
I didn't understand exactly what was going on, but I needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
Donnie, what is this place?
FromSoft didn't make this, no.
It's the
I think it was actually level 5 that made it.
Really?
I think wasn't the Japanese studio the publisher?
You could also
I can't
call it
remember.
my secret base.
Wow. I never knew this place existed.
FromSoft actually made Kingsfield,
Clowns will never find
which is a first-person RPG, which is a little weird, but
Yeah.
it was developed by both of them and published by Sony. Oh, okay. We're not going to talk to him yet, because I actually want to use this save thing. Actually, yeah, we'll talk to him, because there is a save, like, immediately after this cutscene anyway, so...
What are you gonna do?
Not really cutscene, but, you know. You can choose this, which doesn't progress the game in any way, shape, or form, and is therefore useless, or you can choose this, which progresses the game, and is therefore the only thing you should ever choose.
Water channel. So this goes outside of the town, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Options that don't matter, yay. steak.
Something's going on in the outside
Cooking up
world.
steak.
What?
That Flotsam guy is threatening the mayor.
What? Why?
Cause his roasted chestnuts are not up to par.
But Flotsam said it. The whole town's living a carefree life, not knowing what's going on outside.
Look at all of the chestnuts outside of this town, man.
But
That
after
off-center
Flotsam
belly button?
went out
What?
of service, no one's left town. And it's not that they don't leave. They can't leave. The reason why the mayor doesn't open the gate...
Well, like he has a belly button, does he?
...the outside world.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think it's just part of his shirt.
I'm going.
Huh? Going? Where?
Upstairs to get chocolate. I don't know.
I'm leaving this town.
Oh, hold on there. Seriously? But there's all kinds of weird creatures in the channel.
Like rats with logs tied to their tail. For no reason
To
whatsoever.
fix things, but it makes a pretty good weapon too.
Wrenches can be used to fix things and break things.
Now, hold on a sec.
And don't ask why, but for whatever reason, this small child has a gun in his tent. Again, don't ask why.
Voila!
This is...
A gun.
My baby. But you'll need it more. It gets a little rowdy around here, so this guy will come in handy.
Wow, really? It's okay?
Try not to point it at yourself there, Max. Jeez.
Thank you, Don.
Handle it a little better than you're doing there. Commented. Classic gun, yay! And this, so he can pester me during Chapter 1 about how to play the game.
If you get lost, just give me a buzz.
Even though I already know how. But whatever.
Watch yourself, Max.
You can actually use that thing through the entirety of the game and he'll give you,
Donnie,
tips
I need
on
you to
stuff.
Keep an eye out for those guys here.
It's not really useful, but you know.
No problem. Whatever you say. Huh? Hey, why do I have to stand watch?
Why'd you give him the gun if you didn't think you would have to sit here and wait? Jeez, man. Keep up.
Sorry, Donnie, but I want to see the outside world with my own eyes.